Hi guys, so as was requested, I'm going to make a video. Actually, I think I'm going to do this in two parts about acne. Now, I mentioned in my last video, or not my last video, but at some point, second to last video, that I had really bad acne at one point. And the reason why I brought it up was because I was talking about how with short hair, your face is like 10 times more exposed. So people can see your face and you can't really hide it, as you can with long hair. Sometimes you feel more protected if your hair is covering parts of your face and you don't feel as self-conscious. So, that being said, I did have very bad acne at one point, and right now it's gotten a lot better because I'm on Accutane. But before I go into, the world of Accutane and dry skin, I want to talk about my experience before that when I actually was taking, I was using retin-a micro and I was using benzoyl peroxide. So this all started when I was about 12. I started getting acne just in the very typical areas that pubescent children get acne. So around my cheeks, my nose, my forehead, my chin, but none of it really, very seldom would I find anything in the jaw area. So, I'm not centered. Now I'm centered. Okay. So that, I basically dealt with that for 2 years before actually going, when I was 14, to a dermatologist, and being shocked to hear that I had acne because I thought I just had pimples, and I thought acne was what only a few people have, that, the really red, inflamed, angry stuff. So when I was 14 years old, I learned I had closed comedos, which are the little bumps that you can't really see it from far away, but they're there. You can see them when you're up close, and even wearing foundation isn't going to do anything because they're still there. And they're skin colored, flesh toned. And I didn't really have too many blackheads, so that eventually transformed into acne. So I started started using benzoyl peroxide in the morning. I think it was 4%, and 5 milligrams of retin-a micro at night. And I would just, wash my face. I would use, see, here's another mistake too, I would use very, very harsh cleansers. I would use things for treating acne, when really what you should be doing when you have acne is using a gentle cleanser, anything that's gentle and won't irritate the skin any further. So I was using Clearasil and all of this stuff that I should not have been using. I think that is better for people that have very normal, stable skin and may get the occasional breakout. That will treat that. It will not help you if you have acne, like legit acne. So, mistake number one, I should have used a gentle cleanser. Another thing too, people say, oh, you shouldn't eat chocolate, you shouldn't drink milk, etc. And that's partially a myth, partially not. So, basically, you can eat chocolate. It will not make you break out. However, you can't live on chocolate. So what I mean by that, and that's obvious, is that if you have a healthy diet, it will be reflected in your skin. It will not cure your acne, however, but it will make you healthier and will probably help make your skin look better. Another component, change your pillowcase. Change it as often as you can think to change it. Don't change it, you don't have to change it every night. Sleep on it one way one night, flip it, sleep on it the other way, and then change it. Have several pillowcases so that you don't run out and you can keep doing this. Now, I don't change my pillowcase as often as I just mentioned, but if you're really concerned about your acne, and if, for example, you don't bathe before going to bed, if you're a morning bather, or you shower in the morning, and then you put product in your hair or anything like that, that will end up on your pillow at night. So you need to be wary of that, because whatever is on your head or has been on your skin all day, if you haven't washed your face, or even if you did wash your face but didn't shower, so your neck is still full of dust and whatnot, grime that may have leapt onto it, yeah, because it jumps, onto your neck during the day, it'll end up on your pillow. So I don't want to make you like germaphobes or anything like that, but change your pillowcases. If you're not going to change it that often, which is fine, change it at least twice a week or once a week. You know, don't leave it there. You don't have to change the rest of your sheets as often, you know, but the pillowcase is the most important part. Okay, so moving right along, I think when I was around 15, my skin stabilized a little bit, and that juvenile acne, the stuff that shows up here and here and here, like I mentioned, was gone, okay? But then the real problem started, and that was when I started getting jawline acne, and this started showing up, it started kind of light. It wasn't really like there. You know, there were a few spots here and there, and I would still get the occasional breakout in other parts of my face, but then I think when I was around 18, I started getting jawline acne, and it would come and go, mostly, you know, with, you know, monthly visitor, you know, it would show up and then leave and show up and leave, but it was always kind of there. My skin was always very sensitive, and I was continuing to use the retin-a micro and the benzoyl peroxide. I forgot to mention I was on minocycline for a few years, and that was a disaster. It was really terrible. It's an antibiotic, and I shouldn't have been put on that, because for juvenile acne, minocycline will help a little, but it's an antibiotic. It's going to wipe out your normal flora and make your stomach just really angry. So I would not recommend minocycline. Okay, moving on. So I dealt with this jawline acne for a very long time. I kept going back to the same dermatologist, which was mistake number 3, 2? I don't even know how many mistakes I've made thus far. And he kept saying, oh, just keep using it, keep doing what you're doing, blah, 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 moisturize after washing, yada, yada, yada. So I was doing that, and then finally it got really bad last year. Really bad. It got to the point where it was acne on top of acne on top of acne. It was inflamed, it was just red and itchy, and it was just a disaster. And I wouldn't touch my face. You're not supposed to touch your face, ever. And I know I've been touching it this whole time, but I wouldn't touch my face, and I would go to sleep at night, and obviously when you're sleeping, you don't know that you're doing bad things to your skin, and I'd get itchy, and I'd scratch it, I'd wake up, and I'd have, you know, scabs on my face from scratching at night, and it was just a really bad experience for me. I don't have any photos. I'm sorry, I know some of you might want to see what it looked like, but to be honest, when your skin looks that bad, you don't want photos taken of you, so it was really bad. Again, concentrated here. It was starting to move onto my neck and underneath my chin, and it was just bad. So, again, I went to the doctor. I went to a different doctor this time around, because I was just, you know, I had nothing, I didn't know what to do, so I was put on clindamycin on top of the retin-a and the benzoyl peroxide. Actually, no, at this point I wasn't taking benzoyl peroxide, I was just taking clindamycin in the morning, which is just an antibiotic lotion that you put on, and then I was using retin-a micro. I did this for a few months, did not work, okay? So I went to a different dermatologist at a hospital, because I thought, you know what? I really want to take this seriously, and I really want to figure out what's wrong. And I knew that Accutane existed, but then again, I was naive, and I thought that it was only reserved for people with really bad acne, even though I didn't realize I was one of those people. I just, for some reason, never thought I was, but I was. So I ended up going to this doctor, and they prescribed me Accutane, and it's been 4 months. I'm on month 4 right now. It's actually been 4.5 months, and couldn't be happier. This was the solution I've been waiting for. And the thing that really made me happy about Accutane, or, you know, that consultation that I had with that doctor, was that she said, I will cure your acne. You never hear, I will cure acne, because it's simply put, it seems like one of those things that will never happen. But you know, and I was hugely skeptical because I'm completely skeptical of everything, especially after all the failed attempts to actually clear and cure my skin of acne. Um, but it's been working. So I'm going to end this video now, and I will make another video at some other point. I've got to study, so I really don't have a lot of time, which is why I didn't record this and edit. I'm recording it directly onto YouTube. So I will make another video, a follow-up, and this one will be about Accutane, and it will also introduce products that I use and how to deal with dry skin. And this can be applied for people who even don't have acne but have severely dry skin. I have a very good regimen that I think will satiate even the driest of skin. So just stick around and I will continue my story in the next video.